Macedon, land of rugged mountains and untamed spirits, a land where eagles soared and wolves howled. It was here, amidst the whispers of ancient forests and the clash of steel, that Alexander the Great was born. From his father, King Philip II, he inherited a warrior's spirit, a thirst for conquest. From his mother, Olympias, he inherited a fiery will, a touch of the divine. Alexander was no ordinary child. He was a prodigy, tutored by the great Aristotle himself. He devoured scrolls of philosophy and dreamt of heroic deeds. He tamed the wild stallion Bucephalus, a feat deemed impossible by all who witnessed it. The world watched in awe as the young prince blossomed into a formidable warrior. But beneath the armor of a conqueror beat the heart of a man capable of great love, fierce loyalty and profound sorrow. This is the story of Alexander, not just the conqueror, but the man shaped by the love and loss that painted his world in shades of both brilliance and despair. Olympias. Her name was whispered in hushed tones, a mix of reverence and fear. A woman of fierce beauty and unwavering ambition, she was a force of nature. She instilled in Alexander a belief in his own destiny, a conviction that he was marked for greatness. From her, he inherited the blood of Achilles, the legendary hero of the Trojan War, and the weight of that lineage rested heavily upon his shoulders. Their relationship was a complex tapestry of love and manipulation. Olympias was protective, possessive even. She saw enemies in every shadow, whispering suspicions that fueled Alexander's own paranoia. She was a serpent coiled around his heart, her love both a blessing and a curse. Alexander both loved and feared his mother. He craved her approval, yet chafed against her control. He would spend his life trying to reconcile these conflicting emotions, torn between his duty to his mother and his own ambitions. Roxane. Her name evoked images of exotic beauty, of a love that bloomed amidst the ashes of war. They met on the battlefield, a Persian princess and a Macedonian king. She was his captive, yet she held him captive with her spirit, her intelligence, her undeniable allure. Their love was a whirlwind, a passionate affair that defied the conventions of the time. In Roxane, Alexander found solace, a refuge from the burdens of leadership. She was his confidant, his equal in wit and spirit. She challenged him, softened his rough edges, and reminded him of the humanity that lay beneath the conqueror's armor. Their love was a testament to the power of connection, even in the midst of chaos and bloodshed. Hephaestion. The name itself was synonymous with loyalty, with a friendship so profound it became legend. From childhood they were inseparable, two halves of the same soul. Hephaestion was Alexander's confidant, his advisor, his closest friend. They trained together, fought side by side, and shared dreams of conquering the world. Hephaestion was a calming presence in Alexander's life, a voice of reason that tempered his impulsiveness. He understood Alexander's ambitions, his fears, the weight of the world that rested on his shoulders. Their bond was unbreakable, a beacon of constancy in a world of shifting alliances and betrayals. The weight of empire pressed down on Alexander. Every victory, every city conquered added another stone to the crushing burden. He was a king, a god to some, his name whispered with awe and terror, yet beneath the mantle of power, he remained a man. He yearned for connection, for moments of normalcy amidst the chaos. He found solace in the arms of Roxane, in the unwavering loyalty of Hephaestion. But the demands of conquest were relentless, pulling him away from the people he held dear. Every battle won came at a cost. Every decision made echoed with the weight of thousands of lives. Alexander the Conqueror was revered, feared, but never truly free. He was a prisoner of his own ambition, trapped in a gilded cage of his own making. Despite the bloodshed and the endless campaigns, Alexander never lost sight of his humanity. He mourned the fallen, both friend and foe. He wept openly when his beloved Hephaestion succumbed to fever, his grief echoing across the empire. He showed mercy to those who surrendered, treated conquered peoples with respect, and embraced their cultures. He believed in a world united under one banner, a world where knowledge and understanding could flourish. His dreams were grand, his vision ambitious. He sought to bridge the gap between East and West, to create a world where differences were celebrated, not feared. His heart, though hardened by war, remained open to the possibility of a brighter future. The echoes of Alexander's conquests reverberated through history. Cities were named in his honor, his image immortalized in stone and song. He became a legend, a mythical figure whose exploits inspired generations of rulers and dreamers. But the true measure of his legacy lay not just in the vastness of his empire, but in the hearts of those who knew him best. Roxanne, his beloved wife, carried his child, a son who would inherit a legacy of both conquest and compassion. His generals, his soldiers, carried with them the memory of his courage, his charisma, his unwavering belief in their shared destiny. They spread his story, ensuring that his name would be etched in the annals of history. Alexander's empire may have fractured after his death, but his impact on the world remained undeniable. He'd shattered the old order, ushered in an era of cultural exchange, and planted the seeds of a Hellenistic world that would flourish for centuries. His conquests paved the way for the spread of Greek language, philosophy, and art across the East. He fostered trade, built libraries, and encouraged the pursuit of knowledge. His vision of a united world may have been cut short, but his legacy lived on in the hearts and minds of those he inspired. He was a testament to the power of ambition, the allure of conquest, but also to the enduring strength of the human spirit. History remembers Alexander the Great, the conqueror, the king. But to those who knew him best, he was more than just a legend. He was a man of contradictions, driven by ambition, yet capable of great tenderness. He was a loyal friend, a passionate lover, a grieving son. It is through the lens of these relationships that we truly begin to understand the man behind the myth. For it is in love, in loss, in the intimate moments shared with those closest to our hearts that we discover the true measure of a man. And Alexander, for all his conquests and glories, was ultimately defined by the love he gave and received. He was a conqueror, yes, but also a man with a heart that beat with the same hopes, fears and desires as any